All right, so my last video was me reacting to the prologue to Jurassic World Fallen, not Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World Dominion. Uh, almost said Fallen Kingdom, but yeah. And shout out to Universal. It's been trending. It's trending. Many people are reacting to it, but I heard that the director has something to say. The director has something to say about it. So honestly, I want to see what the director says, and yeah, and I hope that what he says makes me hype up for this film even more. So yeah, Jesus Christ, with these darn ads. The CGI in this movie is already amazing.
But we shot this film during a pandemic. We had a lot of time in the hotel to work together and come up with new scenes and
Colin
work on the script. We
Trevorrow.
shot a lot of movies. So in the end, we realized we love this sequence, and it's extremely important for me as a storyteller because I believe that the dinosaurs are characters, and so it's an origin story for the T-Rex, and I wanted it to be told. And so Universal was totally down with experimenting with actually sharing 5 minutes of finished movie as a prologue 6 months in advance, which I think is kind of cool.
Y'all just finished this, by the way. So yeah.
What Jurassic Park, and especially what Jurassic World is about for me, is the humility of recognizing that we have only been on Earth for this very small sliver of time. And for us to have the ability to take people back to that time, to go to a point before anything that looked remotely like a human had appeared on the Earth, and realize that these creatures existed, they lived here. I think that there is a great sense of context that it gives us for our place in world history, which is really just this tiny little sliver of time. The best part of my job is being able to choose which dinosaurs go in which movies. As somebody who cares a lot about our films and about dinosaurs, being able to hold on to some, meter it out carefully. I feel like every time I get a request.
So based on what he just said is he wants to make the film he wants, and I don't blame him. I'm just happy that he chose to put the Giganotosaurus and finally we have the Giganotosaurus in a Jurassic Park film. Finally. So yeah.
I'm a fan on Twitter. Why not this dinosaur? Why not this dinosaur? My answer is always like, I'm just trying to hold on to a couple. We just want to save some surprises. And this movie, we really get to show some dinosaurs that I love.
Imagine if the Spinosaurus returns in this movie. Based on what he just said, we're trying to have some surprises. Based on what he just said, imagine if the Spinosaurus actually does return in this movie, and we do get that three-way fight, like I said in the last video. The Spinosaurus, the T-Rex, and the Giganotosaurus. Imagine we do get that three-way fight.
Holding on to for a long time, and knowing that we had the chance to go back to the Cretaceous and see the Oviraptor, see the Giganotosaurus. Several of these are going to play major roles in the film itself.
I can't wait to see the Giganotosaurus, man.
Animals aren't always fighting. I think
Like that's the main dinosaur I'm looking forward to, like the most. Like the main like new dinosaur I'm looking forward to the most, the Giganotosaurus.
In reality, dinosaurs are predators, but if there's a shared water source, they'll all come to that lake and drink together. And a big part of this movie is making a connection between animals that live on the planet today and how we treat them and how they coexist with us and dinosaurs, because that's the question that it's positing. So for us to really be able to get to see them in their natural habitat, to see them drinking water, see them moving in herds, all of these things, I feel like the first time you watch it,
I'm not gonna lie to you. What would please answer this in the comments down below. What would happen if? Hold on. I don't want to interrupt him, so I'm gonna just pause it. So I'm gonna rewind it because I was talking over him. Yeah. I want to ask something. What would happen if dinosaurs exist today? So, yeah. Please let me know in the comments down below. Like we have like real like animals and like sea sea animals and mammals, all that. Like what would happen if dinosaurs were still here today? So yeah.
We just make them fight. That's us. In reality, dinosaurs are predators, but if there's a shared water source, they'll all come to that lake and drink together. And a big part of this movie is making a connection between animals that live on the planet today and how we treat them and how they coexist with us and dinosaurs. Because
Colin Trevorrow really took notes from Godzilla versus Kong, didn't he? I'm not saying he did, but I mean that film did something. Godzilla versus Kong did something similar to what's gonna happen here. We have to connect to the monsters. Like us humans should connect with the dinosaurs. Like, I'm sorry, I know. I know. Godzilla versus Kong is not the only like creature film where us humans have to connect to a creature. I know. I'm just saying like that's the most like well received like creature film, like monster film where we like us humans have to connect with King Kong and Godzilla. So yeah.
that's the question that it's positing. So for us to really be able to get to see them in their natural habitat, just see them drinking water, see them moving in herds, all of these things, I feel like the first time you watch it might almost seem a little quiet. Hopefully, it's not boring, but it's not the kind of
It wasn't boring to me.
that we show in our blockbuster movies, but that was the opportunity in it for me. As a dinosaur nerd, I found that very exciting.
I'm surprised
So I
that
really like this
how
little
they managed to like pull this off with the sound design and how they like managed to give their how they know what how to make the roars, like how they know the roars to the dinosaurs.
kid, I imagine having one as a pet, and so this particular one,
Again, I'm not a huge
I
dinosaur
managed to
expert.
take
I don't
something
know if
that
I'm correct
really
or
was
not, but I'm
discovered
just saying.
months earlier.
In terms of what we see in
Our
Jurassic
cool
Park,
guys
I'm
looked
surprised
into
how
for
good it
for this
is.
movie.
Another thing I'm surprised is that that we never got to see Rexy in the. I mean, obviously it's a dinosaur, but still, like we never like. I'm surprised how to see how Rexy died. Like how at first I thought, not at first, cause I'm not a huge Jurassic Park fan, but I'm just saying like before I used to think how she died. I used to think like she was like every other dinosaur just like died when the asteroid came. But now that we know that the Giganotosaurus killed the Rexy in her old days, and the fact that it's the same T Rex, this is the same T Rex, and Universal really loves Rexy just as much as we do. To this point where we finally get to see her backstory. I'm not gonna lie, we should have gotten her backstory in the first Jurassic World, but yeah, uh, man, which really makes me hope that as much as as much as I can see how she died, I really hope the next time Universal the next if they make another Jurassic World movie at their Dominion, if in the next Jurassic World movie, if we do get one, if in the next Jurassic World movie we get another big antagonistic dinosaur, I really hope they don't kill Rexy off in like the first 30 seconds. That's one of my main issues with this Jurassic Park movies in general. Like every time not Rexy, every time a T Rex will fight a dinosaur, like the same size of itself, it will always lose. It lost to the Spinosaurus, it lost to the Indominus Rex, and now it loses to the Giganotosaurus, which makes you ask yourself, which makes you ask, why is the T-Rex always losing? Like, I really hope they don't keep killing off the T-Rex, because now I'm starting to wonder if people are like gonna think the T-Rex is a punk loser dinosaur and not a cool that and not what it used to be, not cool as it should be. A cool a punk little dinosaur that cannot fight. Unlike a cool dinosaur that actually is badass and awesome as it should be. Like now I'm starting to be worried that people might think the T-Rex is weak. Because they keep killing off the T-Rex every time it fights a dinosaur, same size of itself.
I think we have a really good logical explanation for why there are dinosaurs that look different than the other Jurassic dinosaurs that have looked in the past. In this case, it's that we are showing them in their original habitat. There was not frog DNA used to bridge the gaps in the genome, so it gave us an opportunity.
No modified.
Feathers, as you'll see in this prologue, and also to show that our T-Rex.
I'm still surprised that we actually get to see this in a Jurassic Park film.
Her genome had to be bridged, so we didn't want it to be unrecognizable. This is a heroic character. It's a character we love and care about very much, and it allowed us
Rexy
to give
get some character development. For fuck's sake, finally, Jesus Christ! If Blue could get character development, why can't a fucking T-Rex get character development? I remember this saying, oh man.
Michael Crichton conceived that is the foundation that all of this has been showed in its absolutely purest form.
The fact that it's the same T-Rex, man, really makes me even more hyped to see Rexy in action again.
The drama between these two characters, they were circling lions, and then the fight is actually mercifully short.
It's personal for Rexy, especially since the Indominus Rex was part Giganotosaurus. Makes me even more hyped that we get to actually see the Giganotosaurus. And the fact that we get to see Rexy in 4 movies now shows that she's growing. And the fact that we get her backstory too, yeah, this T-Rex has become a legend. The greatest T-Rex of all time, Rexy.
Understanding that this is, it's a bit of a personal face-off. It's one that hopefully the audience won't like seeing the T-Rex die. I hate it. I don't like seeing the T-Rex.
Whoa. Hold on. Pause it quick.
I don't mind.
Wait, go back.
It's one that hopefully the audience won't like seeing the T-Rex die. I hate it. I don't like seeing the T-Rex die at all.
Even the director. That shows you that he did this on purpose. Sorry, my bad. Obviously he didn't do this on purpose. That was my. But I'm just saying, like, even he knows how we feel every time the T-Rex lose to a dinosaur in these films. Even the director, that's how big of an impact it left. And even when the studios. That's how I know. That's how I know that they know that we love the T-Rex. Jesus Christ, even the director knows. This is insane. The director himself is a T-Rex fan, and even he sees this. And I already know some people are going to be like, oh, you're just a T-Rex fanboy. Yeah. Man, shut up. Shut up. Instead of calling us a T-Rex fanboy, how about you look at the fight for what it is? 20 seconds long. It's a short battle. The T-Rex gets killed off pretty quickly. Yeah, but we call them out. Oh, we're just toxic T-Rex fanboys. Shut up. Toxic Spinal fanboy. Jesus Christ. Spinosaurus the King. Fuck you.
It's painful for me. It's a character that I love. You know, I don't mind if you hate the Giganotosaurus.
I can't, what you just said right there. I don't mind if you hate the Giganotosaurus for killing off the T-Rex. The reason why I'm laughing because the Spinosaurus gets too much got hated on because of the way way the Spinosaurus killed the T Rex. Oh man, if people hate the Giganotosaurus, even though we haven't even seen, I mean, yes, we just saw it. I know, but like, you know what I mean. The full movie is not even out yet. Imagine if they really pulled a a Jurassic, a JB3 on us and have the Giganotosaurus be overpowered. Oh man. I mean, the Giganotosaurus. I mean, the Indominus Rex was part Giganotosaurus, so. And plus, this is Rexy we're talking about. So why not? It's the same T Rex that keeps getting killed off. I mean, Rexy. Rexy got killed off by the Giganotosaurus in the old days. The Indominus Rex, which is part Giganotosaurus, almost killed the T Rex until Blue came in and saved her. So I wouldn't be surprised if. I mean, if people are probably gonna hate the Giganotosaurus even more than the JB3 Spinal, since the T Rex that the Spinosaurus fought was some random dinosaur, whereas this is the OG, this is the real one. This is the queen. This is Rexy we're talking about. They better not kill off Rexy. I swear to God, if they kill off Rexy, people are gonna hate the Giganotosaurus more than they hate the Spinosaurus. Because the Spinosaurus already got too much hate. If Rexy gets killed off, that's where things get taken to a whole nother level. Yeah. But I trust them. I don't think they're gonna do it. They saw the backlash. And plus, this is just a backstory. This is a backstory. I don't think that's actually gonna happen.
This particular mosquito caused a lot of problems in a drive-in 65 million years later, which it's a lot to put on the shoulders of one mosquito, but it's what happened. The movie fan of me getting to have a chyron, a subtitle that says 65 million years later is, I know how nerdy it is, but I enjoyed it very much. I lived in Vermont for a long.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of sick of the whole 65 million years later stuff. I know it's about dinosaurs all that, but still, I'm kind of done with it. Like, I'm sick of it. I really am kind of sick of it. We all know it's 65 million years later. Like, I don't think they should keep shoving it down our throats. Like, we all should know by now that it's been 65 million years since dinosaurs have been around.
And I did find that the drive-in movie theater, at least there and in other places, tends to be outside the town for light pollution and closest to the wild of anything. And so we found that, an animal that's attracted to potentially, flashlights and flares.
I still don't understand why some of the humans in the... Hold on.
And, it took on its own...
I still don't understand why some of the humans in the movie theater do not realize that there's a predator that could possibly eat you at any moment. And they instead continue doing what they're doing, even though there's people running away from a big hunting predator that could possibly eat you at any moment. Like, I still don't understand why some of the humans are kind of stupid.
We shot it before the pandemic. Drive-ins became...
Shouts out to them. Shout out to them. They shot it before the pandemic. They shot it before the freaking pandemic. Yeah, they had time to complete their movie, and they pulled it off very well. They had time to make a huge improvement over that trash Fallen Kingdom movie. God, fucking Fallen Kingdom almost ruined the franchise.
The way that we were going to films during the pandemic. So for the T-Rex to rock up to a drive-in and tear it apart, and it turned into this announcement that we're going back to movie theaters. Like, for me personally, which I thought was cool.
T-Rex roar, man. As well as, like, the T-Rex roar is some of the most beautiful things I've ever heard.
When she roars in front of the screen and the film burns up. The moment that happens, there's something that this movie's doing that none of the other Jurassic films have done in any sustained way, which is to put dinosaurs into our world, into our real world. And so the idea that she is, breaking out of the movie screen and now she's going to exist among us was something that Emily and I found to be pretty crucial as a way to start the movie.
Yeah. trying to be its own unique film. Colin Trevorrow, hold on. I can't clap because I have the phone, I have the camera in my hand, but congratulations. Like, I think you may actually make a huge improvement over Fallen Kingdom. Like, this actually looks like a good film. And I really do hope you don't treat the. I really do hope the Giganotosaurus does not receive the same treatment that the Spinosaurus got. Like, I really do think that the Giganotosaurus has potential, especially since the Indominus Rex has became a fan favorite over the years. I really do hope the Giganotosaurus is not like the JP3 Spinosaurus. I really do hope. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like as well received as the Indominus Rex, but I do think that I do think that we have to like give it a chance first. Like, we do have to like give it a chance. We have to see what they can do. Like, I do not. I'm worried that the one of the things I'm worried about is that I'm worried that the the fans are gonna think are gonna treat the Giganotosaurus the same way as they did to the JP3 Spinosaurus. Like, like